Yay, guys! Oh my. I'm tired. I have to admit, this is the earliest episode I've done. It's 7:15 in the morning. I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. I went and grabbed the computer and I'm like, okay, let's get this over with. Okay, so in this episode we're gonna be doing arms and eyes. And if we can squeeze it in legs as well. And then next episode, don't worry, more than likely we'll do character bodies. And then the next episode, we'll put it all together and create all of our characters. But for now, let's just go ahead and do eyes. Now, a lot of people, like every object show, their eyes look exactly like the BFDI eyes. You know, I like the BFDI eyes, but I kind of want to do it a different way in my object show. And I encourage you to do it my way. But to start off, we're going to go ahead and pull up one of their eyes, just one. Well, two actually. Three. Three of their eyes. That one, looking. We could do that one as well. Okay. And then this. Just drag them all in. So now we can go ahead and use this to trace it out. We're just going to start off by tracing. Again, since this is a morning episode, there might be a little background noise, but yeah, you guys can get over it. Sharp corners, because that is a sharp corner right there. I mean, I guess it is a little rounded, but it's meant to be a sharp corner, you can tell. This part needs to be a sharp corner as well. There. Fill it with black. And now we can do a little adjustments. Here, let's fill this white right now while we adjust this and everything. Put it in front, because this way we can really outline it. A little better. It's supposed to rain today. I'm excited for the rain. We have no school, so that might be a little fun. And the great thing about making vectors instead of images is that you don't have to worry about, like, if I have a black image and I want to put my black eye on top of it, I can just make it white like I did here, and it's that fast, instead of having to go into PowerPoint and changing the color of the image, or instead of having to go into like paint and filling all the eyes black, white. This way is just much faster. So I'm looking back at this. I'll keep it this way for now, because I think it might look fine once we zoom out. No, that looks a little bad. I'll fill it in black, maybe. still not exactly right. I think it's because of how I want this to be 0. That looks better. I want more like a round shape compared to this. It's kind of like everywhere. And you know, I might redo this on or off camera. I don't know. I might even just use the VHI one. I don't know. Because really, there's not much of a difference. It's just one's a little more better. Besides this, there's not much of a difference. Close. Closed eye. So there's that one. Do a new vector. We'll call this eye. And for this one, we need to. This one will take seconds, honestly. Just look at this. Go over here, grab the circle tool, take the vectors, trace it out. That's all it takes, tracing it out. Now you're probably thinking, maybe you don't understand what I said before, but you might be thinking, wait, that won't work. We have to go and make, like, eye cheek and then eyelid and then surprised eye and all that. Well, no, not the way I'm doing it. The way I'm doing it is going to be a lot easier. So go back to surprised eye, and now we're going to make the eyebrow. So we can go to the eyebrow. There. Now we're going to make this simple, easy. Now we can just create, here, I don't even think we need those points, do we? There's the eyebrow. He's surprised now. He's worried. See, we're just gonna make it this way. So there's our eyebrow, which we can shrink down. Make it a little bigger. There. And then lastly, we can go to vector and we can do closed eye 2. And this will just be a standard closed eye. Now this one, I don't think we'll do a sharp, because that didn't turn out that well. I didn't think so, at least. You can if you want to, if you feel it's necessary, but I don't. See, that doesn't look that bad. The only thing I would change is this. Oh, look, there we go. Shrink it. Okay, now that we have this out of the way, this is basically what our eye will be made out of. Now we can go, if you have the professional version, you have a group tool, group vector. I'm just going to use a bone vector because it works as well. Call it eye. Drag everything in the bone. Oops, that didn't work at all. In the bone vector. And then you can just size it this way. And if you look at it, we can go over here. Let's say he has his eye open. We can go uncheck these. Boom. And we're gonna just go ahead and do animation right here. First animation ever. Select all these points. Have these points selected. That he transitions, let's say in this frame, he moves his eye to be like he's looking at something. This is our animation. I mean, I honestly like it. You can do it. You can do it, and if it doesn't turn out to be fast or anything, or if it doesn't turn out to be really working, I can always switch to the BFDI eyes. But for now, I like the eyes the way they are. So I'm gonna go to eye. There. Okay, now let's think of the next thing. Okay. Our next thing was legs or arms. Let's do arms. Arms. I've actually never made an arm. I've always just used the BFDI arms because you know they're there. But I'm pretty positive this won't be hard to make. I hope. I don't know. It could be. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. Look, it's an arm. Now, this actually just looks like a, I don't even know. It's pretty bad. So we can just grab these points, kind of shape it a little more. I don't know, I just might end up tracing it. I mean, my idea, which, you know, ideas are crazy sometimes, was that I can just make my bent arm like that. And I could be like, oh, this would be easy. Ta-da. And I could, showing off how I animate right here. No, I don't animate this way. I might start if this works. Oh, this is how I animate my arms. There you go for the person who keeps on asking how to animate arms and legs. Here you go. This is how it's been done. Well, this isn't actually how I used to. If you're wanting to know how I use switch layers and all that, stay tuned. I don't even know if this is necessary. You guys might even love it. I am gonna retrace the arm with the BFDI arm, so let me just go ahead and do that. But you get the idea, it would look like that. But let's go ahead, go to frame 0, vector, call it arm. Delete that, because I was gonna fail at work. And let's just go to arms. And use normal straight arm. now we can just go ahead and start tracing. Zoom in, and let's begin. See, it's actually very simple to animate this way. I'm hoping quality-wise it's fine, but I might be wrong. I doubt it's gonna be that much of an issue. There. Arm. Arm. That looks good. And then if I want him to be doing something, I can just bend it. Bend it. It doesn't even look good though. I'm just gonna... Should we just trace them all? I might. I honestly. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll just trace them all, okay? Because arms, I don't really give a credit for arms. They look exactly the same. The top 4 out of the 6 top object shows use the exact same arms. Why can't we? I'm putting my foot down on this, okay guys? I think I'm just gonna use the normal arms because they work. This is Obama. Tell me you're down. Okay, there we go. I already have an arm switch layer, so this might be useless. But since this, just so this won't be that long, this won't be a short episode, I will go ahead and do something I meant to do a while ago, and that's get this right. Because the switch layer, for some reason, always screws this up. You need to have these in the same place. Because your arm doesn't move when it transitions. So it just makes sense to have it this way. And for those who have been animating for a while, I'm sure you agree with me. Those who are still learning from me, bear with me. I'm sure this will help you in the future and not be a pain in the butt. There. Zoom out. There, that looks good. We can just go to switch. Now, I'll explain switch layers in a further episode once we've gotten character body bases all out of the way, once we've created the character. But for now, just do what I do. Arm. There. And now we have the arms. And then, for those who have seen, for those who have seen, over here I do have the other arms that I got. I think that they're actually made by Brandon Cool. So they aren't the best looking, so I don't think I'd use them for my object show. Like, I like them, but they can be... So I'm just gonna keep these. And I think... Yeah, I'm gonna save them. And if you're wanting the BFDI assets and you happen to not see an episode 2, they're in the description for episode 2. You have the BFDI assets, the II assets, and you have the official OU body bases from the season finale. So you can go get those. And I think we're just gonna do the exact same thing with the legs because, honestly, guys, come on. But we're just gonna drag the single legs in because the other legs are not useful. People who think they are useful don't use them. They're a piece of crud, honestly. Don't ever use these. It's not worth it. This is worth it though. Switch called leg. Now yes, this is supposed to be leg. I don't know why it's not. Just make it leg. Save as leg. We're getting these done. I mean, we're fast. And then for these other ones, you get the idea. So I'm just gonna go import in my file and save it as walking cycle. And then delete. Go over here. These are not, sadly, in the BFDI file I gave you guys. These were actually, I don't know if they're made by, yeah, these weren't made by Brandon Cool, but Brandon Cool gave me these. So if you're wanting them, please just ask and I'll put them in the description for this episode. Running cycle. There. And the next part, we'll start making characters, which I'll probably make 1 or 2 characters on camera and then do the rest off camera, because you don't need the gist on how to do it. But I'm going to say, be prepared by taking pictures of some objects. But for now, see you guys.